boy. Okay. Oh man, good morning. Good, good morning. Good is sort of an operative word in this case. Sometimes life is awesome, life is great, you're on top of it, you know what's going on, everything is going your way. And sometimes you are a walking disaster, a catastrophe, a magnet for strange phenomena that don't always go your way. Today is probably going to be a short stream. Today is probably going to be a criminally short stream, in part because I don't know what I'm going to be streaming about today. And I don't know what I'm going to be streaming about today because I have a little story for you, an adventure that I am going to try and make as amusing as I possibly can. Um, so my dad used to go through and he would make potatoes for me when just like he'd make potatoes. He'd call them hash browns or home fries sometimes, and they were delicious. There should be a thumbnail for potatoes in this video probably. And oh, they looked like that, and they were delicious, and they were crispy, and they were perfect. So I set out very recently on, okay, I'm going to go through and I'm going to learn how to make potatoes, like my dad did, right? Fried potatoes, and I was going to do that for lunch today. That was the plan. Is at lunchtime, I'm going to make potatoes for myself. It's going to be great. It's going to be delicious. Now, one of the tools that I invested in for myself that I absolutely love, and funnily enough, the moment I show this to you guys, several of you might know where this story is going. But one of my favorite cooking tools, I like cooking a lot. Cooking is like a really fun pastime. It's useful. You learn a lot about food. Food is good. You should eat. Anyway, one of my favorite cooking tools that I've invested in, because I've invested in a couple cooking tools, is this. This, I don't know how well you can see what it is here. This is what's called a mandolin. And a mandolin is really, really useful. I love my mandolin. I use it whenever I have the option to. The basic idea of it, and let me see if I can get it so it's facing towards the camera here, is this is a blade. And you've got several different kinds of blades. And it's very sharp, right? And then there's this little like hole. Let me see if I can do this without cutting myself here. There's this hole here that has a track on it, and essentially what it is that track is angled ever so slightly at the blade, and you can adjust the angle so that if you take something like here, right, and I've got like maybe an onion or something like this, I can slide it this way up and down, and as I do so, it'll take off perfect uniform slices of whatever you're cutting just as you go along, which is awesome. So I love my mandolin, and I was thinking, okay, I'm gonna make potatoes for myself today with my meal and do this whole thing, and that's essentially what I was doing. Um, However, as I was using my mandolin today, you need to be very, very careful because this blade. The funny thing about blades in general is that the way they work is metal is a fibrous material. Here's also just a fun thing about blades in combat, in case you don't know, is metal is a fibrous material. So there's a bunch of just fibers in it, and ideally, whenever you make a blade or a sword or a knife or something like that, you align those fibers so that they're oriented perpendicular to the cutting edge. You can think of it like a comb or a saw, is that you want these fibers to be coming up and go perpendicular along to the edge. So when you sharpen it from like just a normal perspective, the blade looks smooth, right? But if you were to look under a microscope, you'd actually see what essentially are saw teeth all along the edge of the blade. And that's why things that cut, is because essentially they work just like a saw. Is as that blade drags across the surface, each of those teeth like chip into the thing, and you cut things. So this blade on a mandolin here, even if it's not crazy sharp, even if it's not the sharpest thing in the world, uh, because of the extreme angle of it, or I guess because of the extreme angle of it, when you slide something along it, it still cuts really, really, really nicely. And I've been holding this very, very, very craftily and cleverly because I cut myself and surgically removed the tip of my thumb on my mandolin today. It has now stopped bleeding for the most part, bleeding profusely. But this hurts like a motherfucker. So I'm now just missing part of my thumb. I didn't need it. I don't know if that's going too far with this thing, but my right hand hurts a lot. Um, and I'm having extreme difficulty operating my mouse. I cannot really use a controller. Um, I just kind of am hoping that the pain subsides at some point, and that will be great. But this is what I did for lunch today. So this is why there's no stream tonight. Is you get to hear my story of how I sliced off a huge chunk of my anatomy. Um, so yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. I don't know what the play here is. Um, so yeah, that's kind of the thing. Probably, I will hopefully in the next several days, maybe a day or two, I can downgrade this suture that I'm holding on with a broccoli rubber band down from something this big to just a normal band-aid. And then with a normal band-aid, I can operate objects again. You never know how much your thumbs are like used for anything you do until you can't use your thumbs. Your thumbs are like really important. Um, so yeah, hopefully in the next couple days, this pain will subside, the bleeding will stop, and I will have a thumb again. And then at that point, I will also be able to operate my facilities here. Uh, De- Destry and DeForest. Destry, I today is going to be a extremely short stream. I appreciate you popping in here. Um, Go back and watch from the beginning. Basically, I was cooking lunch today, and now I'm short. My thumb is shorter from having made lunch today. So no stream. Yeah, this is the pro thumb stream. So yeah, until the pain and the bleeding stop, maybe no streaming. Maybe also I was looking through and considering maybe if there was like a game I could play just until things get better. And I might like do Baldur's Gate or something like that. Because Baldur's Gate doesn't require any fast reactions. It's all very like slow and methodical, and I can operate it just by clicking. Um, yeah, I don't have to use. And by clicking, I mean like very, very like relaxed. The way I have to hold my mouse right now is like I don't even know if I have an object to like show. Is that I have to hold my mouse like this and just hold it with the two side fingers here, and click, and it's very weird and not conducive to anything. Anyway, I don't know. Maybe I'll play some Baldur's Gate or something like that, and we'll start an adventure and talk about why Baldur's Gate is great. If there's another very slow, turn-based, methodical, only need to click game, maybe we'll stream that. But yeah, today is rather than no stream, we do the shortest stream ever. So yes, and thank you. I appreciate it. I hope it heals quickly as well. It's very weird because it didn't hurt in the way I thought losing that much of my thumb would hurt. Um, ugh, just thinking about it. Um, is like it was obviously painful, but it wasn't like I've broken legs, my leg before. I've broken bones and stuff. It wasn't that kind of pain. It was a very, very dull throbbing that for the most part hasn't been too bad. It's only when I do something such as operating my mouse and I click or flick my thumb around or I bump it into something or I reach and I'm not paying attention that we enter a new realm of wide awake and pain. So yeah. So that's the news for today, and I people are starting to pop in now. I appreciate you guys for coming in. Today's a really really short stream. I encourage you to go back and just watch it because it's now only 10 minutes long, and that should be plenty long enough. I injured my thumb. We'll just say really badly. Um, now I can't do anything with my right hand. But the bleeding is stopped. It's scabbing over. Life is good. So yeah. Anyway, yes, maybe for the next couple of days, I might stream a really, really, really low impact game, such as Baldur's Gate. But for tonight, I'm just going to go not think about my thumb and figure out what to do until I get better enough that I can do something. Yes, that's the plan. Anyway, you guys have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Take better care of yourselves than I've taken care of myself. Um, and tonight I will not be cooking. I'm gonna get some food from someone else that someone else has cooked. So enjoy. Take care of yourselves. Get some rest. I'll see you guys in the morning, and I'll figure out. Funnily enough, if I'm maybe we'll do like a really long stream tomorrow, a long play of Baldur's Gate or something. So we'll figure it out. You guys get some rest, and I'll see you guys.